when it comes to professional wrestling, the biggest conversation has been on who is the greatest of all time. Okay? Is it The Undertaker? Is it The Rock? Is it Stone Cold Steve Austin? Is it Ric Flair? Well, let me tell you all something. The wrestling community for years now have been blinded. Okay? They have been deceived. They have been lied to into this saying that this wrestler is the GOAT. This wrestler is the GOAT. No, this wrestler here is the GOAT. But ladies and gentlemen, IWC, YWC, DC Wrestling is back at it again with another video. But this video, it's not just a video. It's a revelation. Because ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't already know, I was on vacation last week. And while I was on vacation, I didn't get to talk about this, but I'm here now. While I was on vacation, I saw the light. I saw the truth. And today, the truth shall be revealed. I have your attention now. Here we go. This is not a prank. This is not clickbait. This is 110% facts. Ryback is the GOAT. Ryback is the greatest of all time. And I know there's going to be people in the comment section be like, dude, you're trolling. Dude, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to be a jokester. You're trying to be a comedian. You're not funny. Bro, just stop. What are you doing? And honestly, bro, I thought I was joking. At first, when I saw the light, when I saw the revelation, I thought it wasn't impossible. I thought it was simply like you're watching this video right now. I thought it was simply laughable. But it's not, bro. It's not, boys and girls. It's the truth. And I've seen the light, and I'm here to share it now with you all. When it comes to professional wrestling, sports entertainment, any type of wrestling you know of, there's no other wrestler like Ryback, okay? Ryback is single-handedly the greatest of all time. That he makes Goldberg and Asuka's undefeated streaks combined look like something that a 5-year-old can pull off. That's how simply Ryback is. Ryback is so legendary in the ring that he gave us against John Cena at Payback 2013 the greatest 3 stages of hell match, okay? What the hell is Stone Cold versus Triple H? Everyone was talking about how that's the greatest 3 stages of hell match. But no, not until Ryback and John Cena showed up, okay? Ryback is so legendary that even Chris freaking Jericho, the man that you people claimed who is the GOAT, which he is legendary, but he isn't the GOAT. Even he said that Ryback should have been the one to break the streak. The legendary undefeated streak that was The Undertaker. And you know what? He's right. Because let's be real here. Screw Brock Lesnar. Nobody wanted him to break the streak anyways. So you should have gave it to Ryback in the first place. And, you know, people also talk about on who's the best wrestler in the world. You know, you heard Jim Ross talk about it on his podcast. You know, people talk about how Kenny Omega is the best in the world. People talk about how Randy Orton is the best in the world. Even Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, was even brought into the conversation as the best wrestler in the world. And don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, those 3 wrestlers I just named, they're great. They're great. Okay, you got a future Hall of Famer in Roman. You got a future Hall of Famer in Randy. You have a future AEW Hall of Famer in Omega. So they're great, but they're not top tier greatness, legendary wrestlers like Ryback is. And since I just named Kenny Omega, I might as well say it right now. Tony Khan, Kenny Omega, Cody, Young Bucks, Brandy, Pharaoh. If you're watching this video, if you happen to ever come across this video, do AEW a favor. Sign Ryback. Come on, Ryback wants it. He wants it. He wants to get signed to AEW. He may have not, I think he said it before that he wants to get signed, but please, AEW, this is the opportunity. This is how you bring in the ratings. This is how you bring fans in. This is how you take down WWE. You bring Ryback in, okay? You bring Ryback in, it will be the biggest signing in AEW history, okay? No, it's not going to be Jericho. It's not going to be Omega. It's not going to be Christian Cage. It's not going to even be Andrade. And speaking of Andrade, let's see how that ratings went when Andrade showed up. Because apparently this past episode of AEW Dynamite was, and last week, I'm not talking about this week, last week's episode with Andrade showing up out of nowhere, even though it was a complete predictable sight that he was going to show up. They drew their lowest rating ever. So that already tells you that signing all these wrestlers who are great, but not the greatness of Ryback, they're not going to do anything for AEW. So Tony, let's be real. We know you have the money. Come on, you're a billionaire. Your dad's a billionaire. Just sign Ryback, okay? Screw what these fans on Twitter, screw what these podcasts on YouTube talking about how Ryback doesn't need a job, because they are too blinded. They are blinded by the fact that Ryback is a legend, Ryback is the GOAT, and Ryback will bring so much awareness onto AEW. So do it, Tony Khan. Sign Ryback. Okay? Sign Ryback. And speaking of the WWE, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Triple H, Stephanie, Nick Khan, John Laurinaitis, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, Byron Saxton, put Ryback in the Hall of Fame. Put Ryback in the Hall of Fame. And when you put Ryback in the Hall of Fame, put him as the solo inductee, because there's no other person that deserves a solo inductee than Ryback. And another thing, folks, we sit here and we talk about the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, on who's the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is not my Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling. This is the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling. We have the big guy, Ryan Reeves, Ryback, and Skip Sheffield. You want to talk about how the Nexus was a superior group that could have turned Wade Barrett into guys like Wade Barrett into stars? Yeah, it could have. But let's be real. Wade Barrett wasn't the star of the Nexus. It wasn't Justin Gayfield. It wasn't Darren Young. It wasn't none of those guys. It was one man, and that was Skip Sheffield. Ryback, big guy. Okay? Ryback, Ryan Reeves was the greatest Tough Enough contestant ever. He was, all right? Let's be real. He was the greatest Tough Enough contestant participant in the history of the show. And that's a show that not many people talk about now these days. And one final thing, ladies and gents, it's not just Ryback's wrestling that makes him a legend. He's entertaining. His mukbangs, look at his ASMRs. His ASMRs are so entertaining, more entertaining than what you're going to get most definitely out of a 3-hour episode of a Monday Night Raw or even a 2-hour episode of NXT. That's how great Ryback is. The fact that he doesn't say a single word in those ASMR videos or any video he puts out is going to be legendary. It's going to be 10 times better than what you're again watching on a 3-hour episode of Monday Night Raw. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. Spread the truth. Spread the revelation. The truth has been said. Ryback is the GOAT. Tell your family, tell your friends about Ryback and the greatness. Let's spread the greatness that is Ryback.